My pen lock seems to be working because the corners of my visor are fogging up. Not where I'm looking. I don't know if the GoPro relays all of what I'm seeing right here, but that really low ceiling of clouds is pretty ominous looking, knowing what's behind them, those huge mountains. I'm normally there, the Santa Catalina Mountains. Can't see them at all. Ugh. Wow. Well, no complaints for me. I tried to ring it out to 6,000 RPM, but I was already up at 60 miles an hour. Exactly what's a fella supposed to do? Wonder what this lighting does. I guess I'll find out. I'm just curious about what this lighting does for the GoPro. Because the light is very scattered from the sky, and you know, sometimes that can help enhance things that are normally have shadows and everything on them. But also too, this lens is meant to pick up a lot of light because it's an action camera. I haven't really dinked with the settings. I have it set on what it was when it came out of the box as far as that goes. The torque range is so freaking usable. I'd put it in this gear just for cruising on a long stretch, but climbing that little rise back there and then letting it dog down a little bit before the light turned, and I didn't have to switch gears at all. This is a 6-speed, so obviously playing with gears on this bike is different than the infield where it's only a 4-speed. And of course my wife's Nighthawk, which is a 5-speed, but it is geared in such a way that it's meant, I think with the sprockets that are on there, it's really meant to help you out more for in-city driving and in-city riding on that bike. Because now see, I don't need it, but I'm going to downshift because I like to have a little more control when I'm coming through this intersection in case I do need to goose it. This all reminds me of some of you guys that would try and talk about your lane positioning, and the UK guys, the IAM training, and over here in the United States, the MSF training. And I'm signing up for the advanced course, the advanced techniques course, and some of you may have seen my writing and said, really? You don't think you should start somewhere else? I'll admit I get sloppy when I'm out riding around, or I get comfortable and complacent, and that's really what part of this class is meant to be for. And sort of snap you back into reality, get exposed to the better techniques, and then have an opportunity to practice them. So I'll be signing up for that. You know, some people do it just for the insurance. I don't know. For me, I feel like the cost savings on your insurance really isn't all that much if that's all you're doing it for. Because if the class costs several $100s, how much insurance savings are you realizing over the course of a year? Surely it's not $200 to $300. And if it's not $200 to $300, then if you're doing it just for lower insurance premiums, I'd say, well, first of all, you're probably doing it for the wrong reason anyway. Being a safer rider and being able to take care of yourself is really the best reason to do it. But with a new bike, I'd like to get used to its capabilities. And before I do any serious touring, okay, hold on there, person. Before I do any big serious touring on it, I'd like to get more familiar with it, and those classroom environments that they set up. You really get to tax and push the limits of your riding in a safer environment. Obviously, there's still some risk involved anytime you're up on two wheels, but I'm looking forward to it. So now I'm really asking for it because the roads up here are a lot wetter and the clouds are a lot lower. We can almost touch them right here. So I'm really asking for it at this point, but I gotta say, I just don't care. I hand it to the Japanese engineers. This bike don't look like much, but I can't even explain how light this bike feels. It weighs about 70 pounds more than my Enfield, but riding it and even just sitting on it without it moving, its static position, you would never guess it. In fact, when I hopped on the Enfield last weekend after riding this all week to work, the Enfield felt heavier. As little as that bike is, it actually felt heavier than this bike. It's pretty astounding. Okay, some gravel across the road right there. How beautiful is it? This is way beautiful. We're now over here in the Vitina Canyon area. Headed back southbound. There's some new holes driven up by the rain. Got water across the road here. A little bit, not too bad. I wonder how long I actually went without encountering a traffic light, because that was pretty nice. Yeah, no complaints from me. I'd just now be hitting 40 on the Enfield. It's pretty amazing because unless you flog this motorcycle a lot, it actually gets the same or sometimes better mileage than the Enfield. What I've realized so far is right about 60 miles per gallon. Mind you, I've only emptied the tank once. I think Prius should call their model the pace car. It seems like every single one of them you get behind decides they're going to set the speed lower than everybody else wants to go. Thank you all once again for subscribing, liking, commenting, sharing my videos and stuff. That helps. It's very encouraging, and I enjoy doing this, and I'm glad you folks enjoy watching. So thank you very much.